What is the real secret to making a man want you long term? What is the secret to making a man want to stick around, claim you, feel wild about you, want to chase you, crave you? What is the secret to women going from dating to commitment to marriage? What is the secret to making a man want you long term? To making a man want to chase you, crave you, and have you, and spend all of his time and attention with you, and really claim you as his own. I'm Adrienne Everheart, and I'm a feminine energy dating and relationship coach. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how your powerful feminine energy is what has great power over the man and gives you this superpower so that a man will really want to date you, claim you, have you for longer than what you've previously been experiencing. I'm going to explain how. I'm going to give you a mantra. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do and say, no matter if you are dating or in a committed relationship. I'm going to cover both of those topics, and I'm going to do it quick. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to me already. The secret to getting a man to want you long term, if you are single, has everything to do with dating. If you are in a relationship or you're committed, it has everything to do with desire. But I'm going to talk about the one secret recipe that you must have, and that is something called confidence. Now, before you turn off this video and skip and you go, wait a minute, Adrienne, I've got loads of confidence. It's me. I'm fine. I'm totally confident. It's the guy that has the problem. I want to talk to you a little bit about feminine energy confidence and what that means and what that looks like in terms of dating and keeping a committed relationship going, keeping that desire going and that interest going, which is ultimately the same thing with dating. Desire, interest. They want to know more about you. They want to keep pursuing you. So it's really the same thing. For those of you who say, Adrienne, please make more videos about people in committed relationships, it's the same thing. You want to date your man for life, but I don't want to get off subject there. Let me stay on track. The first thing I want you to think about is that when you have endless confidence, when you are not afraid of your emotions and you are not afraid to speak a boundary, and you don't have to do it being nasty, you don't have to do it being rude, you can be a lady and you can express yourself confidently and know what you feel. There is never a fear of avoiding your emotions or avoiding any sort of confrontation or problem again. When you aren't afraid of your emotions, you have endless confidence. So let's go deeper into what that means. For one, confidence is not a show. This is not about, I'm not afraid to dance on tabletops and tell somebody exactly what I think and read them, write them, and erase them. I'm confident. It's not about that. Confidence is something that you have within. It is an energy, a feminine energy that you have stored within yourself, and it has everything to do with vulnerability. So let's break it down situation by situation. The first thing I'm going to talk about is avoiding pain. So often people come to me and they say, I'm just not ready to date. I'm still getting over this other man. I'll know when I'm ready. And what they're doing is avoiding pain. When you are avoiding pain and you're avoiding triggers, ultimately you are avoiding intimacy with yourself. Let's go back to my mission statement of this video, which is when you aren't afraid of your emotions, you have endless confidence. The reason women don't date and they keep themselves stuck at home in isolation is that they are worried about what they're going to experience when they are faced with a man possibly liking them, a man opening his heart to them, a man ghosting them, a man being rude, a man not showing up for a date, a man not responding in a way that they'd hoped. So this is where you get to know yourself. And you get to know the pain that you have in your body. What you've been avoiding all these years is you. So if you're avoiding you, and you're avoiding your pain and your vulnerability, you can see why this will create a wall around you when it comes to relationships and the type of man you're attracting. So often women come to me and they say, I keep attracting these guys who aren't into intimacy. They don't want a commitment. They don't stick around. They're not interested. Are you really unzipping your heart to them? You might think you are. You might believe that you're giving them everything that they need to have intimacy and connection with you. Or are you strategically plotting out your words, your wardrobe, what you do, what you say, where you go, when you say it, how you say it? Are you up there in masculine energy mind plotting? And I also mean plotting things with your husband, your boyfriend, with dating situations. Are you in strategic mode, which is masculine energy, or are you in your vulnerable feminine energy body? The biggest thing you want to begin to pay attention to is you setting the pacing. And the big one here with women is urgency. Urgency. So urgency makes us want to avoid the pain of a man needing to figure it out, of a man pursuing you, of giving a man time to come towards you, time and space. And you might say, look, I've already given him time. I've given him so much time, and I've told him, this is it. You've got to commit to me. You've got to show up and be there for me, or I'm out the door. So this is an example of I've stood by for so long. I am now exhausted and exasperated, and he's got to buck up or get out. So you're at a completely different place now. And I want you to remember that at any time you can hit that reset button and you can go back to a place of, you know what, for 3 months, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to peel all my energy off this man. I'm not going to have any urgency or expectations for him to do or say things the way I need him to do it, because that would be strategy. And I'm instead going to find out what it is I'm really feeling in my body. And when you discover what you're really feeling in your body, you set the pacing. You let the relationship unfold. So let's look at a few examples. Let's say your husband comes home from work every day and he doesn't give you any attention. He hardly talks to you. He doesn't text you anymore. He's just not coming towards you. So all of your focus has now become about, what is he giving me? What is he giving me for me? And I want you to instead switch your focus to, what am I feeling? When he comes home, I feel sad. I want to connect. I want to chat with my best friend. I want to feel those warm, juicy feelings that we used to feel with each other. The next step you want to have is, what can I do to give that to myself? If my husband's going through some season with how he responds with me, what can I do to make myself feel juicy and happy and connected to people? The next step, how can I be juicy and connected with him? Where can I show interest in his life and just show up and listen? And just show up and give him a little room and space, instead of pushing an agenda, pushing a deadline, pushing a timeline, pushing a to-do list, judging him, criticizing him, picking out where he's wrong. Peel your energy off of him. Find what you feel in absence of whatever he is doing or saying or not doing or not saying, right? For women who perhaps are still very much in love with an ex and they're just not ready to date, they're just not ready to do something, by you boldly putting one foot in front of the other and getting back out there and dating, you are announcing to the world energetically that I'm showing up for myself. I'm showing up for a long-term goal I have. Now, when you do this, it creates a ripple effect that your ex feels and every other man feels. And this is why in the ABCs to Get Him Back program, which is my proven Get Him Back program, this is why women who do this program notice that out of nowhere, the guy writes them, the guy calls them, he gets in touch with you somehow, they can feel it. I cannot explain why this works this way, but I do know that once you're connected to someone, you have a bond. And when your energy changes, whether you are married or dating or missing an ex, when your energy changes and your vibe goes up and you start taking care of yourself and finding what you feel and not running from it, you exude this amazing feminine energy confidence. When a man gets in front of you, you're not going to judge him and criticize him and pick apart what's wrong with him and make him feel this big, because that's what guys hate. They hate feeling small, especially by a woman. That feminine, masculine energy, he's got to feel like the alpha. This doesn't mean you have to be like, wow, you're just so great all the time, but you're also not picking him apart and finding everything that's wrong with him. You have been able to sit with what you feel and find your emotions and find your confidence from within. This means that no person, place, or thing has any power over you. Someone can stand right to your face and call you the worst name in the world, and it only affects you if you allow it to. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a time to be angry and a little time to be sad or hurt, but ultimately, that is that person's problem. That is their issue. I'm a goddess on a pedestal, you see. You can take feedback, you can take criticism, you can listen objectively, but ultimately, you know that what one person says about you, it's their business. That's about them, not you. The last most important thing is a little mantra I want to share with you that I want you to repeat after me and get grounded in your feminine energy right now. Now, if you want to go deeper, I have my best-selling ebook and 2-day video class, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man. And if you're new to dating, I cannot recommend it enough. Fem Tools for Dating, where you set the pacing, you end over investment that makes you get so caught up in urgency and outcome that you forget to feel. When you forget to feel, you don't connect with the man. Mantra number 1, I will not be rushed. I will not rush others. I can let things unfold. Now this last one, ladies, you always have the right to say, I need a little time to find what I feel. And you'll notice that masculine energy is there rushing you, urging you, trying to get an answer out of you. You set the pacing. I just need a little more time to find how I feel. I need a little time to feel my way through. You can say this in so many ways, and my ebook, 500 Ways, gives you more. Now, if this video has been helpful, it's turned you on to a little bit more of the power and magic of feminine energy. It is this place of not overthinking, not action, not doing, but finding what you're feeling. Go deeper with some of my self-study programs. The links are below in the description and in the comments section. And as always, if you're new to my channel, please click subscribe. Stick around, hang out with me, and learn more about feminine energy. And give this video a big old like, smash it right now if this video has been helpful. I look forward to talking to you more. Much love. Mwah. Bye-bye.